What's good, YouTube fam? I know that there's a lot of people on here trying to make money off of YouTube, trying to find a way to stack up their paper, and I'm all for it. And honestly, one of the things I'll say is that a lot of people fail because they don't do these things. And so in this video, I'm going to teach you some of the things I made mistakes on and some of the successes I've seen in people I've coached and things that I'm actively doing that have made my journey a lot more easier and smoother. I know it's not easy being on camera. I know that some of the people watching this are wondering how to even put out their first video. So what I'm gonna do in this video is I'm gonna show you exactly what you can do to make sure that you can get a process in sync and not overanalyze taking that first step as many YouTubers do. So the most important thing when you're trying to create a YouTube channel is taking the first step of putting videos out. And not just putting out any videos, but putting a video out for someone, putting it out to solve a problem or to make a difference in someone else's life or entertain them. So when you're choosing content, you want to put it into a bucket. So in this video, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to not only help you to decide what you need to get started, who you need, and how to get going. Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you, I know a lot of you are on your own, just like myself, and to be honest, you don't really need anybody to get it started. And what things you should consider when starting a YouTube channel. YouTube is a search engine. It's no-brainer. It is owned by Google, and most people go and Google to search. When people go into YouTube, they're searching how to solve something. They're searching for something. So whenever you're creating a YouTube channel, you want to keep in mind who are you creating it for, and then when you're creating videos, you want to break into subcategories of the types of videos. So what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to teach you how to get past that overanalyzation stage, because a lot of people, they struggle with doing everything but shooting a video and putting it out there and getting better along the way. And that was the mistake I made. I made a mistake of trying to create the perfect video instead of creating a video. And so a lot of people never release content, and many of you may be watching this video never created content because you're overanalyzing and you get stuck consuming and watching everyone else and getting high on the supply versus creating a supply. So in this video, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break down some basic things that you can do to get going faster, because it starts with this mindset. You know, a lot of you are looking for permission and validation. I challenge you to give yourself that permission and to see the success before it even happens. So some things that you can keep in mind in this video, what to expect. I'm going to give you some guidelines. I'm going to give you some tools to consider and some easy ways to systemize the process and even automate some aspects of it, so that way you don't have to use this too much. Too much thinking leads to doing nothing, you know, and we don't want that. The first thing when you're creating a YouTube channel is to design a channel, design a brand. You're creating a brand. You want to become known for something. And if you don't know and you're just creating a journey, even if it's vlogging and you're putting a journey together, there are three categories when it comes to creating content: entertainment, education, and inspiration. You want to choose one of those categories, but that comes more with the content you're putting out. And then there are two rules. This took me so much time and I screwed this up, and so many people screw this up. And these are the two things that each video needs: to be clickable and searchable. That's right, it needs to be clickable and searchable. You can have the best video on the road, but if it is not clickable and if it's not searchable, it's gonna get ignored. And that happened to me so many times. The great thing is you can always modify and test things out. There's even A/B things you can do. So you can create up to 3, I believe, different thumbnails on YouTube, so that way you can create and see what works best. And so it does a test over a series of time. Another thing is you can create topics. So before you even put a video out together, right, make sure that you work backwards. So never create one video at a time. Instead, create videos in more than one. So like, I would say don't get too deep in the planning stage. Rather, create at least 2 videos at a time. That way you can stay consistent, because once you lose that momentum, it is so hard to get it back. So you want to make sure that you stay ahead of the curve by creating at least 2 to 3 videos and producing. Don't try to make the mistake that most people do, and that is creating a perfect video, because it doesn't exist. What happens on YouTube is you get better. It's a learning machine. So the more videos you put out there, the more type of videos that are consistent in the type of videos, YouTube will learn it and start suggesting it, and people are going to click on it based off of if it looks like it is what they need. So you want to create a thumbnail. You want to create something that somebody would search. So whenever I create content, I always know who my who is. So when you create a channel, who is this channel for? Then you want to keep in mind, what are some things that you can emulate that exist, but what can you do to make it unique? Where you come more unique is going to be in that searchable title. You know, when somebody says, ooh, this looks interesting. The other thing is putting together the thumbnail. This looks clickable. Let me click on this. And then once you got that going, then your video will get that attention, and then you go from there. Now, as far as this video, I want to make it too loaded because I want to create more stuff like this. But you also want to keep in mind what you're putting in your description, because that's places where people can connect with you. Also keep in mind that description's important, because there is something known as SEO. So you want to optimize that video with the title. That way the two correlate, and as well as the thumbnail, so they all come together. And that is going to help you with the algorithm, so that way the computer can know and recognize, hey, this content's all related. Let me push this here. Something that is engaging and it seems conversational versus perfected and well crafted. Now, how do you get people to these videos? So once you create that long form of that video, right? So if you have Instagram, you got YouTube, I'm going to teach you a great tool. I'm going to teach you a paid one. I'm going to teach you a free tool. One of the tools I use, because you want to take long content, break that content up into short content, and then that will produce other videos, and you can take those little clips, the short form content known as YouTube Shorts, but more so. And then what you do is you add your relatable video and you break those up, and that's gonna bring more views to your videos and increase your view time. And that is a strategy that I currently use to help bring more attention to that video if it doesn't pick up on the algorithm, because a lot of people have a short attention span. And in addition to that, I take those clips and I put them on other platforms like Instagram inside of the stories, and then I will put a link to my video so that people go to watch that, and then that will help bring more traffic towards your video. So when you're sharing it out there, giving you multiple chances to increase the view time and the amount of people that see your video, which the more people that watch it and like it, the more likely the algorithm's gonna suggest it to others to watch it. And the only thing you don't need anything fancy. Get a selfie stick or hold your phone and talk in that phone, and then go from there. The main thing when you do your videos is to put a topic and some bullet points. If you're shy in being in front of the camera, you can always do something known as faceless videos, which is where you're talking behind the scenes and doing a voiceover. I actually did a video where I talk on how to do that. Then you build up from there. Now, I don't want to talk your ear off. One of the things you want to do is you want to keep your video straight to the point, like I'm doing in this video. So I'm not going to talk you off. There's many more videos to come just like this. Go check out the other ones so you can get an idea of the content. If you're new to this, fam, make sure you become part of it officially by subscribing. And if you found this video valuable and you want to see more like this, comment below. Those are things you want to do in your videos, is have a call to action on every video. What do you want people to do? In this video, I just want to connect with you guys. I want us to be one huge, happy, creative family, and to help you evolve in what you're doing. So the only way I know that is by you leaving what you feel you could use help with and telling me what you enjoyed in this. I hope you do the same in your video. And listen, one video, one concept at a time. You get better along the way. You don't show up perfect. Create, build, sustain in all you do. Join that creative fam. And thank you for watching. Your support means a lot. One love. Peace. When it comes to entrepreneurship and starting a business, everyone is different. Everyone has a different goal, everyone has a different vision, and everyone has a different situation and learning style. And that is what one-on-one coaching is all about. Tailoring a solution that is catered to you and tailor fit to your situation, your goals, your visions, your ideas. And not to limit your visions, but rather expand it and hold you accountable to that. And that's what you can expect from me. So people come to me, usually come to me because they are jumping all over the place. So they struggle with procrastination, they struggle with direction, they struggle with clarity, and they are constantly browsing the internet, constantly just jumping from one thing to another, and they aren't seeing much progress. And so they come to a coach for not only the solution or the guidance and direction, but rather the support, as this is a journey, not just a destination. You know, when you go into building a business, there are many different complex pieces, and my role in here is to be the catalyst in your journey and to help you not only get there, but to continue to support you as you go there. So what you can expect in our program is to not only get the know-how, but to be supported every step of the way. We have different templates, different tools, different solutions to help you cut your learning curve in half and to support you, but we go at your pace, not at ours. So whether it takes you, 4 months, 3 years, whatever it is, we're not here to marry you to our services, but rather to guide you and go at your pace. If you are someone who's curious about our program and working with myself one-on-one, I would like to invite you to apply below and to get a little bit of information, and also to invite you to a one-on-one initial consultation where I'm going to give you a game plan and see if we're a good fit and compatible. I look forward to speaking with you, learning more about your journey and your story and your goals, and to seeing what we could do for you. And most importantly, I'm looking forward to working with you. One love.